Hi, welcome to the new session. This is going to be a very brief session which will give you an idea what do we understand by upskilling, reskilling and cross-skilling. Now the purpose of this session is going to be to make you understand what you can do in the organization. How can you think about upskilling and reskilling your employees? Or this may help you to achieve such skills for individual level for yourself for that matter. This is the session which will give you an idea that what some of the companies do, what upskilling and reskilling could be. So let's move to the next slide and have some basic concepts of these three terms. This is about upskilling, reskilling and cross-skilling. First of all, we need to understand that why we need upskilling, reskilling, and cross-skilling. Because things are changing rapidly. You have to pace up with the market. You have to pace up with technology. You have to pace up with the changing preferences of customers. You have to pace up with changing preferences of employees. You have to keep a track on the changing trends of organizations and changing trends of the technology. And then we talked about these workflow automations and all those things which are there where AI is playing their role. So we need to learn those skills which are very specific for the company. So if you just have a look on the first point, that's about upskilling. Upskilling normally refers to the process of improving or expanding individuals' current skills and competencies you do have. Let's suppose you are in the HR department, so you have to learn those all processes, all functions of human resource management, so that you can find out some positive things to improve in the company. So you're trying to expand your own knowledge, how to work on those processes, how to use that all process, how these will be utilized in the company, about data management, about surveys, about HR records, about recruitment, about selection, about collaboration with the people. All of these things you have to upskill that skill. And for that reason, I have just put one example. A digital marketer learning about the latest tools and analytics are an AI algorithm to better analyze the customer data. This is one of the skill. Upskilling is about advancing and staying current with one's existing career path. So you know some of the things of human resource functions, but you want to learn some of the AI related HR functions where there's a less human interaction, human interference in such processes. So you're trying to upskill your skills for the purpose of your career development, and definitely for the purpose of contribution, something special to your company. So you are maintaining that sense of ownership and giving that skill related thing to the organization. So upskilling is like that. That's one's own knowledge, the current skills you do have, you want to expand them. And reskilling is the process of learning new skills. So an individual can do a different job within the same organization or industry. So this might be possible. Some of these specialists, okay, but some of the time, journalists, which are having two skills or three skills in the same organization. This is often used in the context of job displacement or due to automation or significant shifts in industry requirements. For example, the cashier, he was very good in calculating money so quickly, handling. Now his reskilling is that his upskilling was about that how he should use the modern tactics to use the cash payment and transferring cash and all that. But reskilling is something that is everything is going to be AI. So you have to learn some of the softwares that you're managing the taxes, pensions, gratuity, automation, insurance, and all those things. Another example which is given over here is, for example, an assembly line worker might be reskilled to manage and maintain the robots that are now performing the assembly task, which I have just given an example. Reskilling is about transitioning to a new role that requires a different set of skills that we have talked about. So upskilling and reskilling in the organizations. And who are the people responsible for that? Maybe human resource is responsible, maybe organizations top management responsible. A human resource is supposed to identify those skills and reskill so that they can give benefits to the organization. If you decide people are good, they are very good, they are supposed to perform better, then you are supposed to explore the opportunities, the aspects of upskilling, how you can upskill your workers, how you can reskill your worker as well. Is there any motivation that those employees are really interested to get the upskilling skills or not? So you have to motivate them. If some of them are putting application, they want to learn, so organization, especially HR department, is definitely should definitely be there to support them and provide a facilitated platform to upskill them. And if you see the third point, that's interesting. The cross skilling involves training employees to perform tasks or roles that are outside their primary expertise or job function. Now, this interesting that how this possible that they can go away from their primary expertise, but that can be utilized around the organization, like rotation process. You know all the departments, you know all. Some of them are overlapping as well. Somebody who's good in finance and IT, so you can use both of them. Some of them who are good in marketing and then surveys, you can use that properly. So this aims creating more flexible and versatile workforce. An example might be training a sales professional to understand basic customer support functions, or an IT specialist to grasp some aspects of project management. So, cross skilling enhances operational flexibility and employee value to organization by enabling them to perform wider range of tasks. So, this example which I have given you, of course, like upskilling one's individual, expanding an individual's current knowledge. Reskilling, you have that upskilling the current knowledge individual, but you are doing this something more other than what you actually doing. Cross skilling is like, you're training performing tasks which are in different relations of the different departments, and all this which you can see in these 3 points are there for you to understand. Think of some example that will help you to understand the terms which are mentioned over there. So, as an HR person, you need to understand cross skill. Cross skilling is, that's a process of developing new skills that we have talked about, but that will be supported by applying across different functions in the organization. Cross skilling is actually lateral skilling, is an additional dimension to consider the context of workforce development. And this refers processing of equipping employees with skills that are not directly related to the current role, but can be valuable for the organization in various ways. And for that reason, you might have heard about some companies put some employees in rotation because they want them to learn everything and later on they can be utilized in the organization. And here are some of the benefits, the need for upskilling, how you will make people to have this skilling, technological advancements, changing job requirements, global skills gap, and competitiveness. So that's why, because the world is changing, it's a faster pace of technology, preferences are keep changing. That's why you need some upskilling. But the benefits of upskilling are really very good, because for employees, career development is job security and higher satisfaction, because you got skills, so you are there, you are demanded by the company. And for employers, definitely when you upskill people, so the company is going to increase their productivity, and of course people are happy, so they stay in the company, and the company's business in future will also be good in that way. So there are various benefits for employees and for employer as well. There are some of the challenges definitely for upskilling programs as well. It might be costly, it might be time consuming, it might be interest of the people, it might be, financial constraint of the company, can you afford, and it might be constraint that the skills are not being identified. So all those things are really important, but to address this challenge is the third point: you ensure that people participation and motivation is there. So if you ask them, if you make them participate, if you motivate them, if you clarify things that these things are going to help in the company, and that's going to be beneficial for you as an individual, and later on you utilize your talent for the company's objective. So it's going to be beneficial on both sides, on the sides of employee and employer. And these are some of the successful upskilling strategies that you can manage in the companies. You can find out personalized learning paths, and you have to see that who are the motivated employees. You have to see which are the departments will be having more skills, and you have to see what would be the future of this department. You are expanding your company, you need more, because nowadays we always focus that something new gonna come up, so we always keep changing digital marketing, digital hr, digital processes, because we focus on that. And based on this one, you can understand that you can come up with some training strategies to make people happy, to make people ready, to make people motivated, and to make people understand what are the new things going to come to the organization. So these are the some of the successful upskilling strategies. For example, successful upskilling example one is the, for example, tech company offering coding workshops. The marketing companies offering you digital marketing workshops. The HR companies offering you some of the HR analytics workshop. Or the project management company offering you some of the project management tactics. And the other example, manufacturing firms using VR for the on-job training and other things. So these are the things which we have to focus on, that how we can make some successful upskilling strategies. And getting started with the upskilling, yeah, you have to, this is the job of the human resource management, that you have to conduct skills gap analysis needs. Before we talk lots of time, we keep talking about the training need assessment, training need analysis, but of course we talk about that, but with that we have to conduct some gap analysis, skills gap analysis, and we define those metrics and find out why the company is not progressing, why the competitors are progressing, why the productivity is down, why employees motivation is down, why employees are not putting efforts. There might be a couple of reasons. Employee not putting effort because they don't like organization. Employees are not putting effort because they don't know how to put efforts. Employees not putting efforts because they feel lack in performing the task. They need some support from the organization. So for that reason, you have to set the clear goals, and you have to conduct the skills gap there as well. And of course there is a conclusion and a call to action as well. So you have to recap the upskilling benefits and strategies, the future work of the role of continuous learning, where you have to encourage all of the employees to participate and learn modern things. If we want employees to help us, we are supposed to help them so that they can help the organization. So if we are going to help employees to upskilling, reskilling, and cross skilling. And these are all benefits will come back to the organization, and organization will definitely be achieving the business goals as per plans. So this was the session of upskilling, a brief session, but it was like, because you're professional in HR, so you need to understand some of the basic terms and couple corporate stories and examples which I have given you, and these will be the beneficial for you to understand. You understand these three things and apply in the organization. Especially keep focusing. You got to be proactive. Keep focusing. What's the change in the world? So according to that, you have to come up and pace up with those changes. Normally, you have to pace up with the changing technological trends, changing employee preferences, and changing customer preferences. And these all can be addressed in the HR focus to manage upskilling, reskilling, and cross skilling. So, in this way, be a smart HR professional, learn new HR skills. So, again, very glad to let you know that we have completed the number 21, upskilling and reskilling. I look forward to see you soon in the next session. Thank you very much.